morning, everyone. Such a joy and pleasure to be with you all this morning. I want to take a few minutes to share from the life of Joseph. Joseph is a very important character in the Christmas narrative in the Bible, but very few mentions of Joseph is actually there in the narratives. If you would see, Joseph is mentioned just about 18 to 19 times in all the four Gospels combined together. But however, a very insignificant character and teaches us a lot. We know that Joseph was a righteous man because he chose to, divorce Mary quietly, because if he did that publicly, there would be great harm and danger to both the life of Mary and the child that she was carrying. He chose to do it quietly because he was a righteous man. Now Joseph, when he was visited by the angel and was told, "Do not be afraid, but take Mary as your wife," he would have thought about a lot of things, being a guy who probably was a major factor of provision for the families at that time. He would have definitely foreseen all the dangers, all the chaos that would come with marrying a person like Mary, who is already having a child out of wedlock. So many questions asked, so many drama to be taken care of. But Joseph chooses to be this person who stays, who remains, instead of running away. In a day and age where we are so much self-absorbed and we crave for instant gratification, we don't want to deal with others' drama in our lives. We try to live our life as quietly as possible. Joseph chooses to take the tough stand so that Jesus would be brought up in a very safe environment. What does this teach me? What does this tell you? When we are choosing to be remaining steadfast in a chaotic situation where others might run away from, but we choose to stay, it means that we are preparing a safe environment for Jesus to come into our situations and reign. I was speaking to a friend of mine who was saying that it's so hard to maintain relationships nowadays. The moment it gets uncomfortable, people just want to walk away from. The moment it is hard, the moment we think that there's too much of too much for me to give to this relationship, people just don't want to walk the long walk. We just want to walk away from things. But as individuals, as spouses, as parents, as friends and mentors, can I encourage you to be Josephs and Josephines, so that we would be able to bring Jesus into our lives? What would have happened if Joseph wasn't there? The child and the mother would have been facing a lot of dangers and maybe even dead. But Joseph was that umbrella of protection for the child and the mother. In spite of mental and physical trauma, Joseph was a righteous man. And Matthew chapter 1 verse 22 says, "It all took place to fulfill what the Lord had said." If we are going to be fulfilling what God has said to be fulfilled in our lives, we gotta be remaining steadfast and develop resilient spirits, so that God would be able to come and be in the situation. Joseph was that Emmanuel for Mary and Jesus, as a matter of fact. Can we choose to be Emmanuels for people? Can we be Emmanuels, that God with us aspect, being with people, so that people, who are going through hurt, who are going through struggles, who are going through different emotional, traumas, can we choose to be those people, so that God would be born into the situations and would grow? Merry Christmas, everyone. Have a great day. God bless you.